Guess we're doing it vertical.
That's how you get more viewers, though.
It wouldn't let me go horizontal. Sorry, guys. Sorry, all you TV viewers. I tried 3 times to go horizontal, and it must have been the hairdo. Audrey says I need a beard trim and a haircut. But what does she know?
Well, we're gonna wait until we're in the water, and then we're gonna do it live.
Put your respirator back on.
Then we're gonna do it live. On Anchor.
I got a bit of paint mixed up right there. And that stuff is $140 a gallon before taxes. So I got to keep spreading paint. But take a look at this thing. Do you recognize that boat? This is a big day. Yesterday was a big day. Today's a continuation of a big day. I just decided to start rolling. I was tired of waiting for the yard guys. Not that I've been waiting very long, but a few hours is a lot for me here. So anyhow, they weren't, I wasn't ready when they were ready, and then they weren't ready when I was ready to spray. And I got under the inclination that probably rolling this on might be, if not better, at least a good idea, not a bad idea. And I could just get to work on it. So Paul Shaw, bloody well done. What a triumph. Thank you, Paul. It's amazing. Yeah, it feels so incredible. Do you look at this boat? I mean, it just looks like a really, really nicely maintained boat.
It looks so good.
And I gotta say, I kind of like that gray. Hi, William. Okay, well, I gotta keep painting.
Yeah, you do.
Audrey can talk to you. She's gonna have a respirator on, so will I, but she can show you around. I might put a coat of paint on the rudder and then start. I just finished the other side of the boat. Second coat of epoxy 240 LT. It's a barrier coat by PPG and 2-part epoxy. I'm mixing that on there, spreading it on right now, but I got to keep going because it does not sit long in the pot.
I'm still talking to you like I'm in Anchorage. I'm actually commenting, and I'm live.
So that's fun.
Okay.
Can you guys actually hear us with the respirators on?
I won't be talking much, so can you hear her? That's really what matters.
We'll go outside too for some of it.
Okay.
Okay, he's getting back to work, and I would love to know if you guys can hear me. Yes, awesome. Okay, I want to go show you around. I swear with Scott, it's like you leave town for a couple days and you come back and everything's different. Very, very different. Follow him for a minute and go see.
Got a little bit. Tiny bit of fairing that I didn't get standard on the rudder, so I just a little bit of touch up before I paint there. One more spot right here.
He said that we might be ready for bottom paint tonight, which is crazy. Also, in some exciting news, I'm going to go over and meet Janice tonight on her boat, Tangaroa. I'm excited to work on a collaboration with them. I don't know if he got a new... I don't know if he got a new rudder post yet. No.
The machinist has been out for a few days, and so no progress there, but I found a propeller in Seattle. It's going to come up air cargo probably in the next few days.
Oh, wow. What about the shaft?
Same deal.
Oh, wow.
Next few days.
So I went for a swim at the pool here, and so my hair's wet, and they have a sauna there, and I'm gone for 2 hours, and I come back and we have a shaft and a prop on order. That's very exciting. That's a big deal.
Don't have a price yet for the prop. But sounds like it's going to work. It's a 3028. 3028. Can you tell them that?
It's a 30-28, he said.
A little bit less power than what we had on here.
Yep. Yep. A little bit less, you said?
A little bit less.
They thought it was overpowered though a little bit, didn't they?
There was some discussion that it might be. I'd rather go a little smaller than a little big and take what I can get. Lower top. So.
Yeah. Yeah, AK Flyer is saying it would be very comforting to have that new prop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about just putting an outboard on her and getting out of here.
Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me. What size outboard?
250.
A 250?
Yeah, it'd have more power than it does now.
Not a bad backup.
Yeah, tell them about that boat we looked at that had the propeller, the outboard. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
That's kind of funny.
All right, I'm going to tell you guys about another Tom Colvin schooner, but I'm going to do it outside where I don't have to wear that real quick. Just a quick little boat story. Here, I'll show you where I'm at. The Gypsy. It's nice it's not raining today. They did just pull the big boat out a little bit ago, but otherwise it's pretty quiet here. But Scott wanted me to tell you guys about, so we have the White Eagle, which is a 44-foot Thomas Colvin schooner, and then a friend sent a photo of a boat in a shipyard in Craig, Alaska, and they thought, man, you probably would like this boat too, because it had similar lines. Well, we went down to Craig to go do some work for a friend, and we were able to go see the boat, and we almost bought the boat. They didn't want to sell the boat though. The name of the boat was the Dawn Treader. It was, I think it was 55 feet. It was definitely smaller than the Gypsy, and it kind of had like the opposite problem where the interior had been left in a completely wet environment. Completely gross, the grossest thing I've ever seen. I tried to be in there for like 30 minutes, but got kind of sick, honestly. He had to mask up. There was so much mold. I've never seen such a moldy boat. And the outside, though, was in great condition. This is the Dawn Treader I'm talking about, a boat that we did not purchase. But anyhow, Scott brought it up because he wanted me to share that. It had a little outboard on it as a backup. And the guy would use it. And honestly, I thought it was kind of genius. And we kind of considered, because we couldn't get the engine, we realized as we were investigating to buy this boat that there were some issues. Things were locked up. It was not working properly. And we were just thinking maybe we just take the outboard and get out of there because it was August. And then he didn't want to sell it. Oh, and I was so relieved. Because this boat we didn't know about at the time. It was when we left that trip that we went to Ketchikan and saw the Gypsy. And then 9 months later, we were in contact with the owner for the very first time. And now she is ours and soon to be seaworthy and out there in the ocean. I'm so excited. Okay, what are we working on? Let me go show you. Scott is painting. Let me get this. We have a cannery, basically. It feels like it. Okay, here we go. Scott is painting the rudder. He's trying to use the rest of this paint before it goes, or to not waste it.
Yeah.
Okay, I just put my respirator back on, so I'm not sure how the video quality was during that, so I apologize. Okay, yeah, Dawn. So Scott decided to roll it because the scheduling wasn't working out with the guys spraying it, and he just wanted to get after it. And honestly, rolling it has been very satisfying for him. And
yeah, it's like a reward for all the work. Honestly, to roll over all those months of work is like, oh, it's pretty incredible. It's very cathartic. It very, very satisfying. I'm kind of just loving on the boat with this roller and finishing off all the work.
so you haven't started your second coat yet, have you?
This is the second coat.
Okay, he did the second coat while I was gone. Oh, that's right. And he said it's going much faster than the first coat. He said that the second coat is going like twice as fast. for some reason. He thinks the first coat went on pretty thin, but he's been consulting with a boat painter specialist friend in Homer, and have been giving him good insight. Yes, I agree, AK Flyer. It's gonna look real good once it's in the water. I mean, once the tent is down, then we can really see all this hard work that Scott's done. Todd Wilson said missed a spot at the end.
Come and get it.
Yeah. Carl said looking great. Yeah. I don't know if you guys haven't noticed, I don't read the rude or inappropriate comments. So if that's what you're here for, they'll be ignored.
I'll be done with this paint in about 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'll take my respirator off and come outside. We can talk a little bit if people are sticking around.
They're wondering if there's an advantage to rolling.
There is arguably an advantage, and let me start by saying I'm not an expert. I'm just taking advice from some experts that I can fit within my budget. And rolling, if it's to have an advantage, it sort of has two, I'd say. One is you put on a thinner coat, and so you're less likely to have solvent entrapment issues. Because I'll do it in multiple coats. A thinner coat per time is arguably a better paint. It doesn't have it. A thicker coating has the potential, under less than ideal circumstances, of getting solvent entrapment, which has to do with temperature and airflow and humidity and all these factors. So arguably that's an advantage. One, it's cheaper for me just to roll, and I get to spend more time looking at each spot, and I can work it into all the little areas and really inspect the whole job as I go over and over.
Yeah, so that hat has seen some real work. It's a work hat, obviously. And he got it from a photo shoot, I imagine. He did some photos for Cool. Thanks, Ray. Yeah, it looks like the bottom paint is going to potentially go on later today, this evening. So, hi, Matt Kiwi. Hey, Freddie. I'm actually going to head over to go meet with Janice at 5 today on their boat. The Tangaroa, and looking to do some collaborating with them. Janice and I are going to work on some collaboration ideas she has, so that's exciting. So thank you, Mad Kiwi, for the connection. Thanks, Ross. Ross is saying it looks good. Yeah, I just got back from Anchorage yesterday afternoon. I was there for a long weekend for my daughter's birthday and some family time. It was a great visit. It's kind of a big transitional time. I mean, obviously you guys are seeing all this hard work that Scott's doing, but it's also a major transitional time, like in our life. It won't be long and we won't be in Wrangell. We'll be out on the ocean, wherever the weather and our hearts decide to take us. And that's a big change. That's going to be exciting and incredible, and what Scott's been working so hard to get to. So, hi, Darren. So it's exciting, and I'd just say that this is like, to me, this feels like a real pivotal transitional time. For those of you just joining, Scott just told me when I got back here on the live, which is so exciting, that the prop and the shaft are ordered on air cargo to get to Wrangell, which is awesome. And they should be here in a few days. So that's a really big deal. There's not too many things left on the list that need done before we get in the water. So I'd say, barring any big hiccups, we're on track for the goal and the dream. So it's very exciting. All right, take a look around. Look at what he's done. We got that electric heater back in here today just to make sure that the temperature stayed consistent for this process, and it looks like it's paying off really great. Yeah, prop news. I don't know if you just heard me, Mad Kiwi, but it'll be here in a few days, it sounds like. There's the rudder. Just painted that. Just going to do a lap around the boat here so you can see all the shiny gray. Who remembers how bad this looked? If you seriously remember how bad this looked, don't be afraid to share with the new viewers or go back and look at the work that he's done. It's really amazing to fall in love with a boat that was such an eyesore in the hull. But it's like just a true testament to kind of the soulmate connection this boat has with us in particular. Scott. Hey Andrew, this is a it's an 80-foot triple-masted Thomas Colvin schooner. Steel boat. Yes, it's all coming together. Scott, I don't think we're at the anti-foul. Someone's asking if this is barrier or anti-foul. This is barrier, isn't it?
Yeah, epoxy barrier.
Epoxy barrier, second coat.
Yeah, there's already
It is looking smooth.
a really thick sprayed on coat underneath. There's zinc rich primer. There's a heavy coat of sprayed on epoxy barrier, and then a brushed and rolled on coat of epoxy barrier, and then fairing, and then this will be 2 coats of epoxy barrier on top of all that, and then bottom paint.
Bottom paint likely happening later today. So yeah, big work. The boat had severe electrolysis, didn't have zincs on it for 6 years with the prior owner just due to life circumstances. So we'll find out which putty. All fair epoxy, 2-part epoxy fairing compound. It's designed for use under waterline.
Okay, hi. You gotta take that off and get out of there. He'll be out here in a minute. I'll take you and show you the outside of the boat for the new viewers. This thing is on selfie mode and you can't really change it, so the quality of the videography is not the best. Sweet little car that some friends loaned to us while we're here. That's been really helpful. But yeah, this is the ship. She is a beauty. Let's see. You can see her in all of her glory. Yes, those are airplane stairs. Haha, that's funny. Mad Kiwi. Yeah, she is beautiful. She is amazing. I agree. So stay tuned. If you haven't subbed yet, you should, because we're about to splash this baby. And we're living 4 seasons aboard, like in Alaska. We're going for it. This is our home. Between the 2 of us, we've got 5 kids that live their school years in Homer and Anchorage, and we see them for their non-school time, and this boat is big enough for that, which is exciting. Can't wait to share the adventures. Okay, so how long has it been here in the shipyard of Wrangell, Alaska? We brought her here in July of this year. End of July, we spent a week, like a pretty fast week, just hustling. Scott worked so many hours that week. It was crazy. And then we left. We had to go do some kid stuff in a trip to Southwest Alaska on another boat. We came back in early September, and yes, this boat behind us was our neighbor in Ketchikan in the harbor, actually, for years. And it's funny, it's our neighbor right now in the dry dock. The owner's name is Kurt. He just reached out on YouTube, actually. Hi, Kurt. Kirk? I think it's Kirk. Might be Kurt. Sorry. Anyway, so we got here early September, and what is it? Early November now, so September, October. So like 2 full months of like solid work. Just got the shelter up about a month ago. And yes, you're in Alaska. This is Wrangell, Alaska Shipyard. Actually, we're just reached out to by the city of Wrangell. They want to use one of our videos for their travel Wrangell social media, and then want to do some interviews with us since we've used so many of the services in this town and in this shipyard. So Isn't the water around Alaska very dangerous? Well, I would say the water anywhere can be very dangerous. There definitely are inherent risks being in Alaska. I mean, for one, like the storm systems are quite something, and they're pretty consistent, especially in the winter. Obviously, it's windy, it's wintry, the water's cold. Yeah, I mean, that's Alaska boating. It's beautiful in the winter, and oh, it's so still and so gorgeous, and in the calm spaces, you know, that you can find. And yeah, we're going to be doing some crossings. We're going to be doing some sheltering, and we're really just going to kind of go with the flow and see what happens. Yay, Andrew, I'm so glad you got to come. Yeah, it's freezing. 1 year's work in 4 months. It's true. Yeah, gosh, no kidding. And the truth is, like, he really has only been working on it for like 2 months and a week. I mean, Scott, like, when he puts his mind to something, when he is committed to something, like, it's all in, and he will go for it and figure it out and do it. And it's amazing. It's such a great quality. Thank you. All is well here. Alaskan is good for gold. Yes. Lots of exploring can be done in this beautiful state. That's for sure. All right, well, he's finishing up in there. I'm just going to take you and just show you the ocean real quick because I want to see it. It's been a little while. And honestly, I was saying earlier, for those of you who are just tuning in, that it feels like, for me, it's like, this is a big transition time. Like, we're really closing in on the work that needs to get done, and that means that our life here in Wrangell will be transitioning. I've built quite the little life here. Are there a lot of bald eagles? Yes. Oh my gosh, there's so many bald eagles around. It's they're amazing. They're beautiful. Yay, you're subbed. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it is beautiful here. Yes. Thank you for the congratulations. It's coming. Okay, so Shipyard. Woo. Oh my gosh, I was muted the whole time. I don't know how long I was muted for, but thanks for letting me know. It's back there. Yes, the snow is coming, and I was just saying, if you look out there at the ocean, there are a lot of logs in the water, and it looks like that boat out there, the harbor vessel, is navigation in and out of the harbor. And I was saying that I'm excited to go over there later and meet my new friend for a little YouTube collaboration. Okay, I'm gonna check the comments. Yes, it's beautiful. Scott's photography is amazing. Also go to alaskavikingfamily.com. That's our other website that will tell you more about us and our life and how we got here. So yes, his past life one, scottdickerson.com, has a lot of amazing things. And then alaskavikingfamily.com is where you'll find like our last chapter and parts of it. And now we're Alaskan Gypsy Lifing it. So yes, his photography is amazing. Oh, I'm muted when I flipped the camera. Is it still off? No. Okay. Can you guys hear me? When I flipped the camera around, it muted. Anyway, so Scott's back with us. Let me know if you can hear us, and we'll give you a little bit more of a project update. We didn't actually go fishing for salmon this year, but we have quite a bit of salmon. And we don't really eat, yeah, we've got a lot of jarred salmon. We don't eat a lot of fish, which is weird because we're on the ocean. We're more like we like the land animals. Yes, you can hear me. Yay! Wonderful. Thank you guys. Thanks for sticking through, all 91 of you. Thanks for comments. Thanks for your feedback and letting me know that I was off. But yeah, I was telling them about the transition from Wrangell Shipyard life, where we're headed, how you work like a dog.
Where are we headed?
I didn't actually tell them where we were headed. Because I don't know. Out there. We're headed out there.
Who's that caveman? I know. I'm actually a tent dweller. I just came out of the tent. I've been living in there. I realized it is like a cave because I go in there and it's daylight, and then sometimes I come out and it's dark, or sometimes I go in, it's sunny, and I come out and it's raining. But in regards to the beard, Audrey is telling me that I need a hair trim and a beard trim, and I
like to cut his hair.
And I thought it would be funny, since I haven't got a hair trim or a beard trim since we came to the shipyard, I thought it would be funny to just keep letting it grow until we get out of the shipyard. Then you can tell how long we've been here. I'm turning into a Yeti.
And then when we're on the boat, we'll go live and I'll give him a haircut.
Mohammed, my day's going very well because I'm painting the bottom of our boat, and soon it's going to look like it's ready to go in the water.
I'm reading the comments, that's why I'm all creepy up on the screen.
There aren't abalone in America. Well, abalone, that's right. They call them paua in New Zealand, right? I heard that they were all around Christchurch. They came out of the water. Maybe you were telling me that, but
Hi.
Not that I'm aware of. There's a lot of clams and crabs and all kinds of things on the seafloor to eat, but not abalone that I know of. No shave November.
No shave November. Oh my gosh, we have to make
camp.
it through the whole month of no shave.
Thanks, Sam. I'm feeling pretty Alaskan too, especially out here in the cool rainy breeze.
Yeah.
Hi, Jesse.
Thanks for joining us, you guys. We're in the shipyard if you just got on in Wrangell, Alaska. Taking a little break from bottom painting, some barrier coat.
You consider Fairbanks real Alaska frog? Yeah, me too. There's a lot of real Alaska. This is like Seattle down here.
I love it. This is way better.
Kirk says, just do the under part and line it up a bit. I'm not sure what you mean, but hi, sup.
The beard.
Big Daddy. Oh.
Yeah, I agree. Like, it needs to just go like, brr.
Roy, yeah, go check out our channel. You can see the boat a lot, and stick around. We'll be showing it. But right now we're a little ways away. We went for a walk out here.
But I just showed you guys 10 minutes ago. So
yeah,
when you get off, just go back and watch it.
Scroll back in the live feed and you'll see where we're at. Joshua, the boat it's straight out of a storybook. It's a triple-masted steel schooner, 80 feet long overall. It's quite a boat.
Oh, we're losing some of our, probably because we're repeating stuff.
It's 227. That's Audrey's lucky number.
One of them.
Thanks, AK Flyer. Hi, Eric from Prince Edward Island. Good luck with that. Go get an autograph from the Dangerous Catch guys. Oh, yeah, they hear from Homer. I know some of them, but no autographs. We're in Alaska, Digger. Yeah, we're in Wrangell, Alaska. I figured your hair was being styled by Leo on Tally-Ho. I know about Tally-Ho a little bit, but not very much. I don't know who Leo is. Is that... No, Audrey? I'm not Audrey's dad, but that's funny.
That'd be weird.
Yeah, there's snow on the mountains. Can you see that behind me? Up there? See the snow? Winter is coming, folks. We got to get out of this shipyard pretty soon. Schooner. Sounds like a schooner. Are you guys... I don't know what that means. Thanks, D. Sweezy. Sleeves when I do the anti-foul. Good tip, AK Flyer. Yeah, probably a good idea.
Scott and I are actually the same age. You guys want to guess how old we are?
Yeah. Okay, I can't keep up with these comments and actually give you guys a show.
I think we're going to take a quick break from the comments and go back in and show you guys progress, and then I'll jump in on the comments after that.
Thanks, Justin. Burn the skin. Okay, 36 years old. Is that your guess?
Oh, that's nice.
We'll give the city yard guys a little bit of privacy. They don't all like being on YouTube like the rest of us dorks. So. We'll walk around. Here, we don't just have, we got pigeons too. Check it out. We got a pigeon.
42. Someone was paying attention. I think
We got a pigeon and a crow.
Scott and I are 42 years old.
Wildlife moment.
Exactly 4 months apart.
Pigeon versus crow. Are you ready? These are Dungeness crab pots there. There's quite a healthy Dungeness crab pot fishery down here in Southeast. And there's lots of those pots around. Oh, there's a bait shed from a longliner. And there's the spicy lady in the tent up ahead of us. And
she's so spicy.
the cold, it's not very cold here, honestly. We'll have some snow on the ground here soon, people tell us. But really, it's pretty comfortable. Audrey's from Valdez, Alaska, and I'm from Homer, Alaska. And the temperatures here in Wrangell are really quite a bit nicer than they are up there, more south central, as far as being mild anyhow, if you're into that.
Thanks for guessing our ages. I was just looking at the comments. That was fun. You guys did good. Everyone was in the medium age range. How much do you think we've aged ourselves being? Just kidding. I've been anti-aging. I'm actually stronger than I was when I came here.
We're gonna turn this around. We're approaching the Alaskan Gypsy. There it is. You can see the three masts there.
We are on approach.
The coldest weather I've ever experienced is not very much. Someone on here is from Fairbanks. I think his name was Frog. I've never been in Fairbanks cold, to be honest.
I lived there for one winter. I went to college there, my first year of college, and it was negative 60. And I went to a party in a bikini outside. It was pretty dumb. But that's the thing there. You get photos taken in bikinis outside next to the sign that says negative 60.
And also you drink a lot of alcohol is what most people do there.
Yeah, it's true. I only lasted one winter. I did not like it.
Oh, someone says we got 42 likes. Okay, there's the boat.
42 likes? Your beautiful gypsy. Yes, Deb, thank you. She is gorgeous.
And for all of those who have joined us kind of late here to the party, we'll go back inside. We'll do a little bit more of a walk around, quick recap on some stuff you may have missed. And I'm probably going to get back to painting again here pretty soon. I need to finish the second coat of barrier epoxy that's going over top of the fairing and other barrier epoxy. So coming inside the tent here, where the aroma is sweet. It's actually not too bad. I got quite a bit of air moving. So here's the boat. And if you've been watching our channel, what you're looking at right here will blow your mind. Because it blows mine, and I've been here every moment, every minute of the project. Ready?
Sorry. Oh, go ahead. William Barry, yes, I missed you earlier. Kangaroo is in town. I'm going to their boat tonight.
So, here, I know I showed some of you guys this before on the live, but I'm going to show you what the hull looked like. Check this out. That there is a piece of the hull. This actually cut out of the Gypsy bottom because it was the worst part of the whole hull. And I wanted to punish myself and make life more difficult. So I cut that section out and learned a lot. I'm a beginner at all of this stuff. I learned a lot doing that, and it made me realize it wasn't worth doing. Not because it was a bad thing to do, just because it wasn't worth the effort, cost, and expense, and time, and investment. So I'm definitely going to keep that piece of the hull, don't worry. So from that to this, it's been countless hours of work, and got a lot of good advice from Shipyard folks here in Wrangell, Alaska, on how to go about doing this. And I couldn't be happier. I feel really good about it. Project. I think it's going to last for many years, decades, I think. And it's going to be beautiful, efficient, and relatively easy to maintain. So.
Thank you so much, Deb. Your comments are so kind and supportive. And we're going to be living aboard on the ocean. We're not going to be in the dry dock for much longer. Hi.
Audrey says we're going aboard living on the ocean, and ain't that the truth? So this side I just did a second coat of barrier epoxy on. It's done, and It's still a little bit, tiny bit tacky, which is perfect as it should be. There's a little bit of a thick spot up there. The deal with the bottom paint is that you want to put the bottom paint on before the epoxy barrier is totally set up so that they can do a chemical bond. And so I'm gonna, after I get off this live, I'm gonna roll the other side of the boat as fast as I can, a second coat on top, and then within a few hours I'll switch to bottom paint and try and get that on here this evening. That's my plan. And if I don't do it today, then I have to do a whole nother coat of barrier epoxy, which wouldn't break my heart, but it's about it's about $500 per coat just for the paint alone. And so it's not something that I'm gonna do out of laziness. I wouldn't mind having another coat. I'm kind of tend to go overboard and overkill, but Rich from Boat Shop and Paint, Logkurt in Homer, he said that he figured this was plenty. And doing the mil counts, I think I'm gonna probably hit about 20 mils thickness, which is what we're actually looking to achieve on this coating stack. So things are working out pretty well. And
people are wondering why you didn't spray it.
I didn't spray it. I was going to spray it. If you've been sticking with me here a bit, I had planned to spray it for a couple reasons. One is you can build a thicker film in less time. And it was one of those things where I thought, pay the whatever, $600 and do what would take me 8 hours, can be done in a couple hours. With cleanup and everything, probably like 3 hours. But when I was finally ready, which I ended up starting to work above the water line, and so it sort of changed my schedule. And Don at Superior Marine was expecting that I was going to be ready for him. I wasn't ready, and so when he was ready, I wasn't ready. And so I decided just to start rolling, and I'm happy I am rolling because I'm putting on 2 thinner coats, which I went over this a little bit earlier. Is I could be wrong. I'm a beginner. I don't know what I'm doing with this stuff. I'm just taking advice from people who know a lot more than me. And I came to the realization that rolling it might actually do me a little bit better considering the environment that I'm in. Doing 2 thinner coats instead of 1 heavy coat. I got a little humidity and temperature thing, so I'm keeping an eye on the relative humidity and the temperature of the boat in here, because there's definitely some real risks with this bottom paint stuff. I'm spending thousands of dollars on this paint, and if you apply it under the wrong circumstance, it doesn't bond. And I obviously don't want to end up in that situation, so I'm trying to do the best job I can without just rolling over and writing a blank check for the whole bottom project. And so anyhow, all things considered, Mad Kiwi said rolling puts paint on thick. Well, they've actually put it on way thicker spraying because they're not touching it. This paint is so thick that they can put it on 2 to 3 times as thick spraying as I can rolling. I'm putting it on pretty thin because if you try and put this paint on thick, it gets crazy. It's so thick, it's like honey. And so you kind of have to spread it thin. Otherwise, it's just a total goobery mess. I tried that, trust me. So what I'm using is these epoxy glide from Worcester. I see the writing is backwards, sorry. But they're a 1/4 inch nap, and they're a mohair style roller. Well, they don't actually say mohair, but they're for epoxies, and I like these. These are working great. I ordered a box of them, and they're much better than some other stuff I found locally, but I haven't exhausted everything here locally yet. But so that's why I'm rolling it, and honestly,
Hi, Anthony.
it's been very satisfying because I spent like 2 months working on this hull, and this kind of feels like the final step. It's a little bit like putting the cherry on top of this thing, and for me to sit there and roll that paint over, covering up all those countless days of work is extremely rewarding and feels very good. So I didn't know how good it would feel before I started, to be honest. And once I started rolling, I thought, I am so glad I'm doing this. It's so fun and satisfying. And so it's like the fairing. When I first started fairing, and all the way to the end, it was just so satisfying to fill in those holes on this boat and bring it back to life. I mean, just look at that smooth surface. It's not perfect, but it's pretty darn good. And for the bottom of a boat, I'm really happy with it. So
It looks amazing, even better in person.
I still got some work to do up here, but luckily Don at Superior Marine says that he has some acrylic, red oxide acrylic epoxy, which is what he thinks this boat was painted with. It's kind of an old style epoxy for above the water line, and it tends to chalk and fade a little bit, which is what the Gypsy is. It's very faded and chalky, and I kind of want to blend it together because I'm just going to do this like a strip from my tape as my water line. I'm not going to go all the way up because I got my tent up there, and I would have to dismantle all the tent and then have to have good weather to frog, that's funny. I'd have to have good weather to paint it, and I'm not going to count on that. It's been raining every day here, at least at some point, so I'm just going to paint what I can paint inside my tent to blend together my bottom work and the top sides a little bit. It's going to be kind of ugly. It's going to be either a tape line or just some crazy freeform rolling, brushing. I don't really know. It'll be a little bit embarrassing until I finally get around to finishing up the whole side of the boat, which I hope will be on a nice sunny day in like maybe March. Something like that. We'll start to get some weather in the 40s hopefully on a nice day, and I would be able to paint those sides. I did that on the White Eagle 2 summers ago. Painted it in the water, sanded it, and painted it with a urethane, and it came out really well. I was really happy with it, and I'd love to do that again. Don't have to go to the shipyard. Thanks, Mark. Update on new prop and shaft. Audrey covered that. Oh, they're not shipped yet, but they're waiting for it. They had to get their tools sharpened to finish the work on the shaft, and then they have to bore out the propeller for me a little bit, and they're going to ship it Alaska Air Cargo pretty soon, hopefully. So it's Wednesday today. Optimistically, it might be on its way at the end of the week and get here in just a day or two. So I hope next week I could start working on the prop and the shaft, and I should have the bottom done. And there's just some little things to mess with that if I had the chance and the time, I'd start fiddling with, like looking at my depth sounder units. I've got one here and then a forward-looking sonar one on the bow, and they I don't know what they are. They're probably 1990s technology, and I probably want to replace them with updated ones if I have time, but if I don't, oh well, I'll just live with what I got. My bottom paint is probably just going to be what's locally available, which is PPG. It's called ABC3, and it's a pretty well accepted in the industry bottom paint. The Coast Guard uses it, and it's not super anti-foul, but it's pretty durable. It's not one that just washes off real easily. It's kind of in between, from what I've heard, a really hard one and a softer ablative style. So that's kind of where I'm probably going to go, because that's the one that's available right next door, and I can grab it here in a few hours and get to going on it. So okay, well, I think I'm going to get back to painting. Put a wild on the safety nut and your prop, but keep it from accidentally walking off in the future. I think I'll probably have a zinc on my prop nut, I would guess.
What's the final color combo will be black bottom and gypsy red top.
Yeah, we're gonna stick with the red because that's this boat's legacy.
Yeah.
Is the red color. A lot of people know of it as the big red schooner, and if we ever change it, it's not going to be right away. We'll go look at the bow, and then I'm not sure how bad that wind is on your guys' mic there, but let's come look at the Gypsy from the front. There we go. I'm gonna turn you guys around. Whoop. There we go.
Oh, did you lose the sound I did last time? No. Okay. Yeah, it is beautiful. Thanks for letting us know about the wind.
Okay. Somebody asked, how many mates do we need to raise the sails? Well, apparently, I was asking Bill, the previous owner, about it, and he said that you raise them by hand, and the designer of this boat said that boat can be sailed by 2 people. So we don't know what we're really in for, but we're gonna find out pretty soon on whether that's a realistic possibility. It's gonna be absolutely a learn as we go thing, so stay tuned. We'll probably do some sort of a live stream when we first try and raise a sail, because it'll probably be a joke. And there'll probably be thousands of YouTube sailors who will be able to let us know how terrible we are and that we don't know what we're doing. So that'll be funny. I've heard this is called rage baiting. When you do something on the internet and you know that people are gonna lose their marbles over you, what you're doing. And usually people do it on politics. We're gonna do it on
Boat life.
doing things that we shouldn't be doing without knowing what we're doing. That'll be our rage bait. So stay tuned.
Good luck
Subscribe.
and God bless you.
Thanks,
Bless
Gray Wolf.
you both.
It's a lot of
Thank
sail. It's a lot of sail. but
Everything will be okay.
we'll just start with a little bit on a calm day. And
We are living the dream.
See how it
Thank
goes.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, we're excited to keep sharing the journey with you guys. And yeah, there'll be, like Scott said, lots of live updates.
Hey, Rico from Fairbanks. Thanks, Scott Slinger. James thinks I'm beautiful. Thanks, James. You're beautiful
Aw. Yes.
All right. Okay, guys. I'm going to say goodbye. I got to get back to painting before my paint starts curing off. Got a lot to do here today. Thanks for joining us and all your comments and support and appreciation. We appreciate your support and comments and everything. It's fun bringing you along on the journey, and really look forward to the future. So, are you have anything you want to say? Or wrap it up?
No, we're good. I was gonna go in and make a cup of tea and say my goodbyes.
You can do that.
Comments? Okay.
You want? Okay. See y'all later. Thanks for joining.
Okay. All right. I feel inspired to take you guys up and show you on my way in to get some tea. So we do rent these airplane stairs here. You can rent just about anything from Donnie Sorek in the Superior Marine. And they're actually not that much. I think it's like $50 a week or something, but very worth it. You guys should have seen the bags I just brought back from Anchorage. My huge massage table. And then I had a friend bring my crystal sound bowls. It is a mess in here. Very big mess, but just because I just got back. Well, and because we're in a work zone. But here is the wheelhouse. For those of you who haven't seen it. And yeah, get back to work. He is. Get your steps in. I'm glad you guys are enjoying being on the journey. Thank you, Freddie, for the support. Now you're sad. Are you sad because Scott left? The video is going to end soon. It is such a mess, but here we are. Massage table's back. Sound bowls. They were huge. Alaska Air lets you bring, there they are. It's really next to our lazy boy in the boat. So you can see truly how large this living space is. So give you a little inside tour. Got the heater going, a little chilly, but really not too bad. Fire blanket. Yeah, it's a nice boat. Thank you, Jim.